You eat lunch while you're running around.
That's true.
Practice. Good day today. Good day today. At times thought the defense playing well. I'm happy with that. We still got to get some depth on that side of the ball, but you kind of expect that sometimes. When you're when you're installing right now, and kind of in a phase where the defense has some good stuff in, and offense, we're just kind of installing plays more than game planning. There's looks we wouldn't call certain plays maybe against, but we're just getting it installed right now. So, but effort was good today. It's a nice cool day out there. With no sun, so I think that helped.
Do you think does that worry you at all? You're getting some Big Ten weather, so to speak, that you're not getting the really
I can promise you, if you ever lived up north, we're not getting Big Ten weather. So, just because it's not 120 degrees out there doesn't mean it's hot. I bet if you went out and checked the heat index out at our field today and checked it up in Minnesota, it'd probably still be a little bit warmer down here. But you know what? It doesn't. I love it being hot for mental toughness of our team. But you know what? Our guys worked hard all summer. Matt puts them through workouts. I think we have some good mental toughness, and we just got to, get used to playing in it. We don't play until the first game is going to be a night game. Second game will be a day game. So really, it's that. I guess what would be September, whenever we play Auburn, will be the first time we're going to be out there in potentially hot weather for a game. So we'll have plenty of hot opportunities for that.
First day of, 2-a-days, were you scheduled differently this afternoon? Were you focus on different things than you did?
Yeah, well, usually we have a 2-a-day where a little bit more run emphasis in the morning, a little bit more pass emphasis in the afternoon, but it never goes strictly one way or the other. It's just a little bit more of an emphasis on it. And we got a couple hours before I have to check the weather. Weather changes a lot, so we actually, we delayed things this morning a little bit by about 20 minutes, half an hour. It ended up 40 minutes. It ended up being that we delayed it just because of the weather coming through.
You try and tone down the contact at all when you've got 2 days? You still just full speed all the time?
We just go. We go. It's a contact sport.
You talked about needing more depth on defense. Any particular positions on defense?
Obviously D-line. The D-line is a critical depth position for us, and we have some young guys, but, I'd say if there's a spot on the team where we're short guys, we got to make up for in recruiting, it's on the D-line.
This is maybe a little off-the-wall question, but Robert Elliot, a guy you inherited when you came in, had through injuries and stuff, he's had, not a bad career, but just had some rough times, I guess, now he's getting into his senior year. Looks like he's finally getting healthy, says he lost some weight, feels a little leaner. What's the process been like with him, and what kind of things would you like to see out of him this year?
It's great. Robert, since we've been here, has bought in and believed in everything we've asked him to do here. And he's done a fabulous job of doing that. And to me, he's had a very, very successful career here up to this point, and hopefully it continues. That's what we look for, guys to believe in the program, buy in to the program, and and reach their potential. And Robert's a guy that's really worked hard to do that.
With especially Nick Griffin, you're waiting on him to get back, obviously, so there's not a ton of depth behind those top three. What kind of role do you see Elliot having?
A bunch. A lot of the same stuff he's done in the past. I thought he did a good job for us last year, and we expect him to do a lot of the same this year.
Coach, when you first got here, you talked about needing more receivers, needing more to that depth in each year. You said you're getting closer. I know it's early, but from the guys you've seen early in fall camp, are you a bit closer to having that depth that you have?
I think we're certainly getting there. The hard thing is the balance. There's still not a senior on the squad at the receiver position. But the problem comes in that is also in recruiting is one of those things that can get you in trouble again is all of a sudden, 2 years from now we're going to have 4 or 5 of them walking out the door, and you're going to have to try to balance out. So we have to do a good job recruiting and balancing out the depth at the receiver position. When we got here, there was none, so we had to recruit a bunch, and those guys have had to play. So now we got to kind of get it balanced out throughout the recruiting classes.
A year ago, you were breaking Vic and Darius in, both first-year guys. Now they're both proven. They've won SEC games. How much better are they making each other with this competition?
Good. I don't know if that's a huge competition because I think they know they're going to split time and everything. Like positions is, guys that earn playing time, the more you do, the more playing time you earn. And, So, I think they know if they continue to work, they're going to earn themselves playing time and have the opportunity to get the ball in their hands.
Have you been impressed by some of the younger guys like Calhoun and Morrow, where you finally got the pads on, or have they started to take that downturn, get freshmen or young?
Yeah, now they're starting to swim a little bit now. They're in installation 3. We go tomorrow, live that for practice this afternoon, and they're doing okay. But I think all of a sudden, I think tomorrow's where you start to see it with freshmen. With the 4th installation goes in, you know what I'm saying? You call a play, they'll put in day 1 or day 2, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" My legs have never been so tired. I've never been this exhausted, and everybody's really fast out here on the field. That's when you kind of hit the wall. To me, as the freshman, and the guys that are going to play are going to find a way to battle through it and continue to go hard. And improve on some little things, and not like the big picture of it all overwhelm them.
Has anybody hit the wall?
I don't know. I'm sure throughout practice they all hit the wall at times. I can have 2 tailbacks go run into each other going the wrong way. Receiver to completely goes the wrong way and runs into somebody. The offensive line pulled the wrong way. Two safeties both roll back to the middle of the field and nobody covers anybody on defense. And I think you see all of that stuff as it starts to go fast, as the older guys start to really settle in, and the younger guys, they're mistakes all over the place. But the difference to me is, are you making a mistake at full speed?
Sounds like you need to play some Benny Hill music to that stuff.
Yeah. There's you can get some good clips of it on film. I know that.
Is the Darius Perkins a guy you worry about giving too much too early this fall camp, just with special teams, slot receiver, running back, all those things? Because he seems if he goes, he's good. If he thinks that's not what you want.
He knows the system. So to me, that's it. Now when you get into special teams, that's where competition starts to pick up. When you got a Jamie Lewis now that is a dynamic guy with the ball in his hands, there's some competition for return guys. There's only so many touches in the course of a game, and everybody wants the ball. So now we have some guys that can do something with it. It's a little bit more competition out there, and more guys can do those things, and I think it keeps everybody improving.
You lost a 4-year starter in there and failed. Just kind of talk about who's coming in at long snapper and kind of how much confidence you have in a guy like Reed Gordon.
Well, right now, Reed Gordon, time-wise, his times are better than Aaron, which is a real positive. The difference is going to be he's never been in a game situation. So, for a guy like Reed coming in, we just got to try to keep pressure on him. But we did that last year a lot of times. As a true freshman, he's out there, and he's the 2 long snapper. So anytime in practice or any pressure situation we had, he was the guy. And I'm rough on those guys in practice. I try to create adversity. I try to make them nervous. I try to make them scared at practice. Because, when they roll out there on a game, you're going to know. It's not like a receiver that maybe misses a block one play where, 60,000 people didn't really notice it on the backside. I notice it, but they didn't. It's a lot of pressure when everyone's eyes are just on you as a long snapper.